I'm back to talk about a new preprint. It's out now. It's the same investigators who are the author of the Nature Medicine paper in the United Kingdom looking at rates of myocarditis after vaccination with ChAdOx2, Pfizer, Moderna, and infection with the virus. And they have compared those rates before. We've talked about it on this channel. I've showed you the figure from their Nature Medicine paper. Well, on Twitter, they naturally got many questions about their paper. And one of those questions was, please break this apart by sex. We all know the increased risk of myocarditis, most pronounced after vaccination, is in men rather than women, particularly men under the age of 40, particularly men 16 to 24. That's the peak age group. Well, they're back. They have a new preprint out, back by request. And I will just show you the figure. I'm going to put it up here on the screen. I'm going to lean over so I can put it up there. This is the figure, and it shows really clearly that when you look at myocarditis just in this group, men under the age of 40, it is crystal clear. Pfizer, dose 2, Pfizer, dose 3, Moderna, dose 1, Moderna, dose 2, have rates of myocarditis greater than the rate of myocarditis post-SARS-CoV-2 infection. That's it. These vaccines, these doses, dose 2 Pfizer, dose 3 Pfizer, dose 1 Moderna, dose 2 Moderna, and the ChAdOx, which I'll set aside because we don't use that in this country. That's used in the UK. But the mRNA vaccines, dose 2, dose 3 Pfizer, dose 1, dose 2 Moderna, have rates of myocarditis in men under 40 that exceed the rate of myocarditis after natural infection. That's an important point. That's a vastly important point. This paper, of course, it's still an underestimate. The denominator for vaccines is known. It's the number of vaccines you put in an arm. The denominator for infection, here they're using people who have tested positive in the system, but that's not everyone. We all know there are people who have gotten sick with this virus who didn't go seek testing, and they're not going to be in the denominator there. As you add those people in the denominator, that number is going to get smaller. That red bar is going to shrink a little bit. Okay? Well, that's just what's going to happen. Someday they might correct that. The other thing they're not doing here is they're not separating out 12 to 15, 16 to 18. 19 to 22. I'd love to see that kind of separation because I suspect, and I believe there's a lot of data that supports this, that 16 to 24 will be the peak demographic. It'll be the most unfavorable there. What does this mean? I think this is incredible information. It's information we should have.